Redemption kids, it is so good to be with you all again. Welcome to Story Time. My name is Miss Suzanne and we have a lot of fun at the Redemption Kids Story Time. We always start out our time together with a roundup cheer. So everybody stand up on your feet. Yep, get your knees nice and warmed up. Warm up those knees, do a little kick, kick, kick. Yep, right there. All right. And then we'll bring it up from the bottom with a round up cheer. Are you ready? I'm ready. Are you ready? Round up, 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 round. Mustache. Whoop! Mustache, look at how fast my mustache grows. Aren't you jealous? Yeah, how fast does your mustache grow? I don't even know. Round to this side, jazz hands. Round to the other side, more jazz hands. Round to the wild things. Because today we're gonna be talking about wild things. It's gonna be so much fun. Pretend like you're a wild thing. Go all around your living room, have so much fun as a wild thing. It's gonna be so much fun. Round up. Oh, that was a lot of fun. It's a lot of work to be a wild thing, am I right? Well, today we're supposed to have somebody come who's a very special guest to read, but I didn't see her anywhere. I thought that she would be here by now, but I haven't seen her actually like walking around on the ground anywhere.
Well, that was something else. Yes, it's me.
What are you doing here? How did this? All right.
Good to see you too. Well, children, it's so lovely to be here. I just dropped through the ceiling on my brand new jetpack without any debris whatsoever. It's amazing. But also, I found out that jetpacks dissolve gloves on contact. Wish I'd have known that before I purchased it. But whatever, science. I want to share a story with you today. Let's do this thing, shall we? I think we shall. Let's read a story. All right, children, I wanted to share one of my very favorite stories with you all. This is Where the Wild Things Are. And in this book, there's a story about a young gentleman who gets confined to his own quarters, but figures out with the power of his imagination, he can go to worlds unseen. And since we're kind of in a similar situation right now, why don't we use our imaginations to go wherever we can dream? Let's take a leaf out of Max's book, quite literally. Let's read together, shall we? Where the Wild Things Are by Maurice Sendak. Words and pictures. Amazing. Look at him. I'm excited already. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind, nailing things into the walls, very dangerous, children. And another, chasing the dog with a fork. I don't recommend it. His mother called him Wild Thing. My mom calls me that a lot too. And Max said, I'll eat you up. So he was sent to bed without eating anything. That's not very nice, but you'll see it resolves in the end, I promise. That very night, in Max's room, a forest grew. And grew. And grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. Science, not really. Imagination, we love it. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max. How convenient. And he sailed off through night and day. I'd like to sail off somewhere right about now. And in and out of weeks and almost over a year to where the wild things are. There's one right now. Look at them. Very impressive. It's like a whale watching trip, but terrifying. And when he came to the place where the wild things are ready for this, they roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with the magic trick of staring into all their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all. What an honor, what an honor. And then they made him king of all the wild things. And now, cried Max, favorite part of the book, are we ready for this? Let the wild rumpus start. Everybody get up on your feet. We're about to have a wild rumpus, all of us all together. Are we ready? Cue the music. Praise the root. Praise it. Praise him and praise it. Now stop. Now stop, said Max, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely, and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then, all around, from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. And he gave up being king of where the wild things are. It was a short-lived reign. We appreciate you nonetheless, Max. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." Very curious way to show affection, but I get it. And Max said, "No." The wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. But Max, a man of principle, stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye and sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day. We're on the ocean. Look at that. Look at that. It's amazing. And into the night of his very own room, where, here we go, resolution. He didn't starve. It's a good ending. He found his supper waiting for him. And it was still hot. Science! So wonderful to share this time with you today, children. Make sure that you're always using your imagination that God gave you. It's a beautiful and wonderful tool. And until then, we'll see you next time. Science, love you all.